All right, YouTube, if you're white like I am, you probably are casting around for ways to decrease your white privilege and pay off your white guilt reparations. I'm not, but some of you are. Well, if you're really dumb and you've got more money than sense, for $100 a month, you can have a safety pin box. That's right. They will mail you a link in the description article about this whole, I would say scam, but these are BLM people, so they'd probably try to file a lawsuit. So I'll just say a good gig that they developed, let's say, to take advantage perhaps of the more retarded among us who happen to be Caucasian in origin. Yeah, for $100 a month, you can get a safety pin box, and this is based on, I guess, the safety pin or paperclip or whatever it was thing that people were doing weeks ago to declare themselves an ally. Like basically, oh, I didn't vote for Trump, don't blame me. I'm a good cuck or something like that. I voted for Hillary because she cares so much about minorities. She cares so much about them that she kills them every day over in the Middle East along with fucking Obama. But just ignore that fact. These are just Democratic partisans, basically, that are haranguing, using that same racial wedge issue that they've used for years and years and years and years. They're constantly spewing it on every platform that they control or co-opt. You look at Salon or Being Liberal, even like the non-mainstream sources of this crap. And every single day, I don't think a day has gone by in well over a year that they collectively haven't posted half a dozen articles about how whites should feel guilty, white males especially, how we're doing something wrong. Police, by the way, are also apparently invariably evil, including when they're black. A black police officer shoots a black man. It's still somehow racism. I'm not sure how that works. I didn't know the Ku Klux Klan allowed black people in. I guess if they're a police officer now, it's become okay. It's befuddling to me. I don't understand it. Please explain this to me. But yeah, these activists, this pair of BLM people, will gladly, for $100 a month, mail you a safety pin box. It shows you random things that you can do. Or if you're a cheapskate, if you want to decrease your white privilege less, you can get a safety pin box between you and a friend. And so you're only paying $50 a month, or for $25 a month if you're even more cheap, or you're a lower class guilt-tripped person. You can get it in E format. You can get an E-box, so you don't even get anything tangible then. But for $50 a month, you can go out with one of your buddies and do random acts of kindness for minorities. Because, of course, no white person would be kind to anyone who's not white if it weren't for paying this money to get a cardboard box. Yeah. Okay. And unfortunately, there are probably plenty of people who will actually do this. Oh, they're making bank. They're probably making a six-figure total already. Just because some people, like the Salons and Jezebels, think it's a great idea. Oh, yeah. You can help these poor downtrodden individuals. You see, the problem is the people founding this group, who are now absorbing all this money, are no longer going to be part of that oppressed total. They're going to be quite wealthy, assuming they're not squandering the money on I don't know, champagne and caviar or something like that. Sort of like a Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or something. People who pretend to stand for minority communities, yet they're uber rich, to the point where I can't remember which one it was like cheating on his taxes for years. And Obama refuses to make him pay any of the money back because he's not a little person. He's not a peasant, so it doesn't matter if he cheats on his taxes. I think it was Jackson in that sense. These people, it's like they speak, like Martin Luther King. They pretend that they're in tune with the little person in a black community that actually does probably suffer. And meanwhile, they go back to their mansion at night and they drink their champagne and eat their caviar or their expensive imported French cheeses or something like that. It's a bunch of bullshit. These people are shams, honestly. You think that buying a cardboard box helps you solve some non-existent guilt that you have? Like it's going to make you feel any better? But honestly, I will say this. In a way, I support this move because the people who are going to sign up for this are dumb. And so they kind of deserve to be taken for a ride to whatever tune they can afford. Yeah. What else would you use that $100 a month on? Anal beads? So Who cares? You know, if you're that stupid that you're gonna pay that money to someone who's offering you nothing in return, you're not gaining anything by it. You're just being guilt tripped even more. It's almost like going to church. Oh, you poor sinners, here, put more in the communion plate or something like that. You deserve it. You deserve to get taken for a ride and scammed out of your money. It's great. So yeah, I actually support this, honestly. It doesn't matter who's fronting. Somebody else will probably release like something similar, and they'll say, "Oh, you only have to pay $80 a month." The free market will kick in. Somebody else will basically take the same idea, adapt it under a new name, and like twiddle around with it a little bit, and they'll offer it too. And it'll be funny because then these people here will start losing money, and they'll complain about, oh, some, you know, I expect Milo or somebody like that will probably do so. Or they'll release boxes that are like for Trump fans, so it'll be like black privilege boxes. Oh, you can help end affirmative action or something like that. And it'll be funny to see the freak show that follows. I wouldn't put it past, Milo would be like troll in chief on such a thing. So, and he likes apparently to take people's money too, so I wouldn't put it past him. I don't really like Milo myself. Sorry, I just can't bring myself to. I think he's weird. I don't think he's the next Hitler, though. He is a gay Zionist that has black boyfriends, after all. But you listen to Salon, you'd think that he's, you know, Goebbels incarnate or something along those lines. Now, this is a good idea because a fool and his money soon part. Well, only a fool would buy this, so there you go. It's almost like natural selection. It'll make these idiots less wealthy, and then because they're less wealthy, hopefully they're not buying as much nutritious food, and so they'll start to break down and they won't find a mate and they won't reproduce their stupid genes or something like that. I fully support this. So yeah, if you're dumb, if you feel guilt for something that was done 500 years ago, or if you feel guilt for something you yourself were never part of because you're a communist, then yeah, you should definitely buy a white privilege box. You should buy like 10 courses of it. You should spend every penny you've got on this. Just like a lot of people emptied their bank accounts for Bernie Sanders, who now has like, what, 2 or 3 houses and a sports car and stuff while pretending to be a socialist who hates wealth. Yeah, if you're going to get taken for a ride by somebody, what better form for it to take? You feel guilt. Oh, I'm so sorry that I'm white. I'm so sorry that I'm a white male especially. Let me pay reparations to these poor downtrodden minorities. That's not what you're actually doing. You're propping up a business venture, a capitalistic one, oddly enough. Very, very great. It's a great thing. I think it's fun to see idiots lose their money. It's like when some idiot rich person invest in the wrong thing and then they become penniless and they're like living on the street. Usually they were miserly and greedy before. Okay, that's fine. It's funny to see. If only it happened more often. Fools shouldn't have wealth because they're just going to squander it on stupid shit anyway. They also vote for incarnations of government that take more of their wealth to go fight more wars, so I don't really have much pity for them, let's face it. That's about all. Peace out.